Hello guys, today I'm alone. I would like to tell you about what I loved the most in the Tanzania when I visited it already twice. I stayed in Tanzania. The first time was a shorter stay, it was just a holiday, like 2 weeks. But the second visit to Tanzania was much longer. It was 4 months, almost 4 months. So I would say it's a quite long time to know the country more, to know the people, to get your own better opinion on the country, what do you like in the country, what you don't like so much. So today I would like to show you what I loved about Tanzania. First of all, I need to emphasize that I love the most the incredible, warm and understanding people. Wherever I went, people were always smiling to me, waving, trying to say hi, even say few sentences with me, ask from where I am, how I am doing, how I like Tanzania. They was always very friendly, very smiling. So this was the thing for sure that I like the most. Sorry, in the Tanzania. Second thing that was also very nice for me was the relaxing lifestyle. For Polish people, I would like to say that Tanzania now is like Poland in 90s. People are not hurrying. There is no almost a rat race. Everyone does what they need to do for a life. They are enjoying their free time. They are not chasing the money everywhere. They have always time for the family or for the neighbors to stand and talk. If someone like a Tanzanian person is walking on the street and they will meet a neighbor, they will stand and talk like even half an hour or an hour I have seen. So in Poland now it's almost impossible. It's only usually like hi, how are you doing? Good, bye. But in Tanzania it's still like that. They have a time for talking with each other. That for sure, in my opinion, Poland is lacking a lot now in those times. So traveling to Tanzania was like going back in time for me, like visiting the old Poland that I remember when I was still like a teenage person, or like an older child, teenage. Also, what I cannot forget is the beautiful beaches of Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar, the warm sand and the beautiful ocean, Indian Ocean. It was something else. Of course, in Poland we have also a sea, but first of all, the water is usually freezing cold, even in summer. Second of all, we don't know even what are tides. In Poland, tides is like when the water moves maybe like half meter during the whole tide. And in Tanzania, the water can move like even few hundred meters on the ocean. So the beach is moving drastically during the tides, making it bigger or smaller. I loved to rest on the Tanzanians beaches and enjoy the time. The things also that I loved a lot was, of course, the African Tanzanian fruits, like tropical fruits. In Poland, we are calling them exotic fruits. So like fresh pineapples, fresh mango, fresh papaya, passion fruit. You can get them for very small money on the market, eat them as fresh fruit. You can get even fresh squeezed juices from them. They are so delicious and so good, and you don't pay even a fortune for them. It's very affordable, even not only of course for the visitors, but also from the people in Tanzania. Those kind of fruits and juices from them are very cheap comparing to Poland, for example, where for a juice like 300 milliliters of juice you can pay even like 20 zloty. so in dollars it is around $5. The next thing when I visited Tanzania that made a big impression on me was, of course, the safari and wildlife. I have seen so many wonderful animals and wild living freely in the national parks: lions, rhinos, hippos, giraffes, cheetahs, zebras, antelopes, vultures, like so many of them. I was always a fan of animals, watching also like National Geographic about Africa. So it was a very big thing for me to be able to see them in their wild environment on a safari. Yeah, of course, I forgotten the big five. So buffalo and also the elephant. Those are also wonderful, magnificent creatures, animals that meeting them in wildlife is something else. Yeah, as you know, me and my wife both like to taste new things. So for sure for me, the food in Tanzania, being able to taste the new kind of dishes, drinks, salads, desserts was wonderful for me to be able to try them. For sure, the things that make me a big impression on me was ugali. We're also cooking the ugali on our channel. Nyama choma, pilau, barbecued maize. That is the most delicious thing ever for me. And of course, mishkaki. So the also delicious ones that we made on our channel. Barbecued meat, it's something that I love. When it comes to a meal, of course, after a meal you like to drink something. So the best drink for me in Tanzania was coffee. The coffee that the people are producing in Tanzania is very good. I was trying few kinds of coffee, and the best that I tried was the coffee from Utengule Coffee Lodge in Beja. They have a few coffees there. They are producing from very like light up to very like strong coffee taste. I like all of them. It depends on the situation on which you want to try each coffee. But coffee is something else. To buy a fresh coffee from the place it was growing, you cannot compare it to any coffee that you will get here in Europe. Next thing that I value very most in Tanzania, it's also because of my wife and her family, is the family values. So it's like relations between the family, staying in contact together, helping, participating in every like good or bad situation in the life. You can always count on your family members that if something happens, they can support you even financially, of course. They can, if you are going for studies, for example, in Dar and you are from village, if you have any member of family in Dar es Salaam, they will take you under their roof, help you like to survive there, give you a place to live, and you can study, and of course help them in the households. As of course you cannot say anything about the country and the culture without saying about the language that the people speak in this country or culture. So for me, learning Swahili language was very I very enjoyed learning that language, because it's funny, but the accent in that language is very similar to the language to the Polish language. Very similar accent, really. Only the intonation is a little different. It's more the language is more like when you are hearing it, you think that the people are almost like singing a little when they are saying, like very melodic language it is. And learning it made me very happy to be able to learn the language. In general, I like to learn languages, so for me it was like not a big challenge, like not a challenge. For me it was more like an adventure. Of course, comparing Tanzania to Poland, the first thing that you see, the biggest difference is the weather. In Poland, we have all kinds of weather. In Tanzania, the weather is very warm, especially on the coast. In Dar es Salaam or Zanzibar, the temperatures for Europeans are a little crazy sometimes, because of the moisture, the feeling temperature can go above 40 degrees. So even a slightly move makes you sweat, a lot of sweat. So the weather in Dar can be something challenging, but in the rest of Tanzania, weather is very nice. For example, in the region of where my wife was working, so Mbeya, or in the region of Dodoma, Morogoro, Arusha, the temperature is much lower and the moisture is also lower than on the coast. So those places I really advise for foreigners, tourists to visit, because the weather there is much better for the tourists at least. Of course, in Tanzania they have a distinct culture. They have wonderful colorful clothes. They have very ethnic dances. I have seen many from different tribes. Each dance is a little different. You can see the difference. It's very nice to watch it. Music, the traditional music or like the newest music from Tanzania is also very nice to listen. You can really enjoy yourself during that. At least this is my honest opinion. You cannot generalize, but for me it's really very nice. Next thing are the local markets. It's very nice when you can, for example, like big market in Kariakor. It's ginormous market. It's so loud. It's so many people there. But you can find very, very interesting things there, from fruits, veggies, from cultural things, some devices, electronics, everything what you want you can find on those kind of markets, and the price are really, really not so high comparing to the earnings in Tanzania. Like I was saying before, all people in Tanzania likes to communicate a lot. Like, for example, comparing in most of the Polish cities, especially the big cities, when you live in apartments, the younger part of the society don't know even their neighbors. You don't even recognize your neighbors when you are passing by them, because you don't even speak with them ever. In Tanzania, each neighbor knows everything about the second neighbor. They are joining usually in church communities. They are meeting at least 1, 2, or 3 times, sometimes in a week. They talk all the time when they are meeting each other on the streets or on the markets. You can see that it's not like a fake friendships or friends like talk, how are you doing. No, they are really like into it. They really like to talk with each other. So this is very nice for sure in the Tanzanian society. Yeah, in general I am not so like a ginormous big fan of seafood, but in Tanzania they have really, really cheap prices of that kind of food. The tuna, other fishes get fresh from the ocean, like in the fish market in Dar es Salaam. My favorite fish that I ate there first time was the red snapper fish, and I love it. The taste is wonderful. I eat it I think 3 or 4 different dishes with it, and each of it was wonderful and yummy. So if you will have an opportunity to try this fish, I really recommend you. The red snapper, very delicious fish. You can also get it in Europe, but the prices are crazy in Europe, so for sure I will not eat it in Europe. I will wait again when I will go to Tanzania to enjoy it so much, eating of it. And let's go to a short summary. So in general, Africa, Tanzania is a very, very beautiful country, worth it to visit, to see, to enjoy. Going even alone or with your family. It's a very safe country for traveling, so you don't have to be afraid. And for sure, don't go only to Zanzibar. Visit also the continent. It's worth to see. And I am sure that the most special things about Tanzania that I love the most is that beautiful country give me such a wonderful and sweet wife that I have now. So I'm really thankful to Tanzania for that. Thank you guys for listening for listening me in this short story, like commenting my opinions about Tanzania, what I love the most in this country. I hope you enjoy. If yes, please follow our channel, subscribe, hit a bell, make a like, and comment. Make some comments. It really helps us to develop our small new channel. We will be very thankful to you. So enjoy the day. Bye.